What if everything we believed was just a dream? The screen fades in slowly. The light of early morning touches the tips of the trees surrounding the Heartland ranch. A thin layer of mist floats over the pastures, calm and untouched. Horses move slowly in the distance, their breath turning into soft clouds in the cold morning air. The sound of a gentle breeze plays in the background. The ranch is quiet, too quiet, as if the world is holding its breath. A slow pan across the barn shows familiar signs of life. The wooden door still slightly open, the saddle rack with one saddle missing, and Ty's old work gloves hanging on a nail, unmoved for what feels like forever. We see the empty corral, fences standing strong, yet the space feels hollow. A weathered coffee mug rests on the porch railing, steam rising, untouched. It's the kind of morning that looks peaceful but holds a weight that doesn't belong. The camera lingers on the ranch house. One window on the second floor is slightly open. Curtains sway in the wind, letting soft light spill into the room. In the stillness, there's a hint of something hidden, a secret waiting in the shadows. The shot shifts to the inside of the house. Sunlight slices through the dusty air. Picture frames line the wall. Amy, Jack, Lou, and Ty. But Ty's face is slightly out of focus, like a fading memory. The camera moves slowly past his boots by the door, left just the way he always did. The house is full yet feels empty. Each item holds a memory, a whisper of a time that once was. We move upstairs. A clock ticks steadily in the hallway. The door to the master bedroom is slightly ajar. Inside, the bed is made, perfectly neat, too neat. There's a quiet tension in the air. We don't see anyone yet, only shadows and quiet spaces. Then, the sound of a breath, slow and deep, breaks the silence. It feels almost like the house itself is waiting for something to return. Or someone. Outside, the sky begins to change. The colors of dawn deepen, warming the clouds with soft gold. Birds start to sing in the trees. Life stirs gently, but the mood stays heavy. The camera shows a pair of horses trotting together along the fence line, their motion slow, almost dreamlike. The wind picks up slightly, brushing through the tall grass, making it sway like waves. Then a quick flash. Ty, smiling in the distance, but it's only a memory, like a reflection on water. As quickly as it appeared, it fades. A final wide shot shows the full ranch from above. Peaceful, still, familiar. But something is different. The silence isn't comforting anymore. It's haunting. A new day has started, but it's a day that carries questions, and in the air, a voice seems to echo, not spoken out loud but felt deep within. What if none of it was real? It begins with a sound, not loud, not sudden, just familiar. The soft creak of old barnwood under someone's step, then the distant neigh of a horse, the rustle of hay. But there's no one there. The barn is empty. Dust dances in golden rays of sunlight pouring through a broken window. And yet these sounds linger like echoes, not of the present but the past. Suddenly the screen flickers like an old film reel skipping. What follows is not the world we just saw, but something older, dreamlike. A cold blur of time begins to unfold. The same barn but brighter, fuller. There's laughter, Amy's, light and pure, coming from somewhere just out of frame. A faceless figure walks through the barn doors, his shadow long and steady. The way he moves, the calm in his step, it can only be one person. Ty. But we never see his face. Only the silhouette, only the warmth he brings. The images shift again. We're outside now on horseback. Two figures ride side by side through the tall grass. The golden hour wraps around them like a memory refusing to fade. Their hands brush for a moment, a silent gesture full of meaning. There is no dialogue, but the love is clear. Ty and Amy, even faceless, their bond is undeniable. Then, snow. The scene flips without warning. A sudden blast of winter, The same, field now covered in white. Horses stand motionless. The wind bites. A sense of loneliness creeps in. We see Amy again, but she is standing still, alone this time, her head down. The same hand that once reached for Ty now clutches an empty space. Her breath is visible in the cold. A distant sound rises, a heartbeat slow and strong like it's being remembered rather than heard. More images rush past. Quick, dreamlike flashes. Ty in the clinic, leaning over an animal. Jack placing a hand on his shoulder. Lou hugging. Amy under falling leaves. A fire flickering in the fireplace while shadows move behind it. A blurred photo of Ty and Amy, falling to the ground. The images feel like pieces of a puzzle, but one that doesn't fit together the way it used to. Time is folding in on itself, warping around emotion. These aren't just memories, they're questions, unfinished moments, unspoken goodbyes. Then the screen goes black. One single moment of silence, and out of it, a whisper. Not loud, not clear, but unmistakably Ty's voice. Amy? We cut to a hospital room, but only for a second. Enough to see the silhouette of a man in a bed, fingers twitching. Then, darkness again. These memories aren't just playing back. They're reaching out, pulling forward. The past is no longer behind. It's circling back. And now, it's waking up. It starts with the sound of water. Not crashing waves, but soft, rhythmic drops. Drip, drip, drip. Darkness wraps around, everything like a heavy coat, thick and soundless. Then a breath, shaky and low, cuts through it. A single intake of air like someone surfacing from deep underwater. Light flickers into existence, but it's not sunlight. It's cold, sterile, artificial, the kind that hums and buzzes like it doesn't belong in the world we just left behind. A ceiling appears overhead, dull and off-white. Too clean, too empty. A pale blue curtain sways slightly nearby. Machines click softly, monitors beep, a hand twitches. Just fingers at first. Then the wrist shifts. A slow turn of the head follows, but we still don't see a face. The world moves in slow motion, like reality itself is unsure whether it should be happening. Outside, snow drifts quietly against the window. It's falling hard, but the room stays silent, untouched by the cold. Something is off. A monitor flashes a steady green line. It pulses once, then again, matching the rhythm of the breaths. The screen begins to brighten, almost too much, a glow that feels unnatural. The air in the room thickens. The curtain moves again, but there's no one there. No footsteps. No voices. And yet, a presence fills the space, as if the past has slipped through the cracks in time and decided to sit at the edge of this hospital bed. Then we hear it. Not a word, but a noise. Somewhere between a gasp and a whisper. A sound that feels like someone trying to remember how to speak, trying to remember who they are, or where they are, or why. The heartbeat monitor quickens, steady, real. The fingers curl inward. A hand clenches. Then, both eyes open. We don't see them. We don't need to. The camera never shows a face, just the motion, just the stillness shattered by a soul waking up. A soul that shouldn't be here. Not now. Not like this. Outside, the wind howls. A tree branch scratches against the window pane. It sounds almost like a voice trying to say his name, Ty. Back inside, the figure sits up slowly, pulling against wires and blankets. The beeping grows faster. The world sways around him, blurred like a dream inside a dream. He grips the edge of the bed like he's anchoring himself in a world he doesn't recognize. And then, something strange. The camera cuts to the ranch. Same house, same fence, same fields. But it's spring. The snow is gone. Horses run free. A single light glows from the barn window. The door creaks open by itself. Inside, Amy's scarf, the one she wore the day Ty died, hangs on a wooden beam, clean and untouched. No dust. No time passed. Then it disappears. Cut back to the hospital. The man, Ty, lifts a shaking hand to his chest. His breathing is fast now. Not afraid, but confused. He looks around, as if he's waiting for someone, or realizing that no one's coming, or worse, that he's not where he's supposed to be. A voice, soft but certain, echoes again in the room, though no lips move to say it. This isn't real, or is it? The line between memory and moment, between dream and waking, is gone, and Ty Borden has just crossed it. Not all storms come with rain. Some arrive in silence, in the way a hallway feels colder than it should, in the way no one dares to touch the empty chair at dinner, in the way a name goes unspoken but never leaves the room. Back at Heartland, something is off. The ranch looks the same. Fences still stand, horses still run, the wind still hums. Through the trees, but time has shifted. We feel it even if we can't see it. The sky seems heavier. The light doesn't fall the same way on the porch. Every corner of the house carries an ache that doesn't have a source. Amy walks across the yard. Her steps are slow, like she's moving through water. She pauses at the gate, stares out toward the hills. There's nothing there, but she keeps looking. Her eyes are searching for something, or someone, she doesn't believe will ever return. And yet, she still searches. Inside the house, Jack holds a photo in his weathered hands. We don't see the image, but we know who's in it. He doesn't speak, he never has to. His silence is full of meaning. Lou stands in the kitchen trying to carry normal in her eyes, but her hands betray her, trembling slightly as she folds a cloth napkin again and again, like routine might hold her together. The scene flickers. The porch light is on. It wasn't before. Amy's scarf is suddenly hanging from the fence post and the one she lost in the storm years ago. Ty's boots are by the door again. None of it makes sense. The past is bleeding into the now. The barn doors swing open by themselves. Tools fall to the floor with a loud clang, but no one's inside. The horses begin to stir. One rears up, spooked by something unseen. Chaos breaks through the quiet, and then a flash. Not a memory, but a moment no one remembers living. Ty standing in the barn, not fully there, not fully gone, just watching. The camera cuts to Amy in her room. She stops mid-step like she felt it. The shift. Her hand goes to her chest. A breath catches in her throat. Her eyes well with tears, but she doesn't cry. Not yet. She looks toward the window. Cut to the hospital again. The bed is empty. The blankets are still warm. Back at the ranch, the fire flickers in the fireplace. Shadows move across the walls, dancing with the kind of rhythm only memory understands. Jack walks into the room, looks around, and freezes. On the table, a note. Old handwriting, familiar curves in the letters. But the paper is new. We don't see what it says, we just hear one line echo. I never left. Suddenly, Amy rushes into the barn, breathless, unsure why. She stops, looks around. Nothing. No one. Then, on the wall, scratched into the wood as if by hand, just that. One word. She steps back, tears falling freely now. Not from fear, from knowing, from remembering, from hope. Then blank silence, the kind that holds its breath. A single snowflake falls, and the screen fades to black. In that stillness, one final whisper. Ty Borden's story is not over.